Welcome back. So I have another quick video tutorial for you. I am making a chunky bead necklace for Elena's birthday outfit. Of course, it's going to be rainbow to go with the rest of her Cocomelon theme. These beads are also called bubblegum beads. They're so cute, and it's something I'm working on, something I've been working on in the background too, because I want to add them to my shop. So since she's so tiny, I'm using the smaller beads for her, which are 12 millimeter beads. So here's like a rainbow example for you. The real like bubblegum beads are 20 millimeters. Those are real big. Those are just a little too big for her, so I figured I'd stick with the small ones since she's only going to be a year old. So I'm just going to show you my process over my shoulder. Okay, so here I have a bead board, and it has my beads already set up how I want them. This is like a metal, I don't know if you can see it, tiger claw string for the beads. I just cut it any old length right now just because it varies how big you want your necklace and everything like that. So I don't have exact measurements. You kind of have to go with what you want and what size beads you have and what size your child is. So I've already set it up here on my bead board to make it rainbow themed to go with everything, and I varied it up. I bought this mix from My Posh Pretty Princess. She sells all kind of beads. She's amazing. Everything you need is on that website. These are spacer beads to go in between. This is my clasp. It's a little heart. And then here I have two crimps, and that will help hold it together. So for the bigger beads, I like to double wire it, but since these beads are so small, I'm not going to do a double. I'm just going to do a single, because otherwise I can't thread it back in the way I want to. So I'm going to go ahead with the design that I already made and just start stringing it on the wire here and putting spacer beads in between. And these spacers and toggles or crimps are small for these 12 millimeter beads. If you want to use the chunky beads, definitely get the bigger size. I did forget to put one spacer on the outside first. So we have a spacer, a bead, and a spacer, and then we'll keep going from there. Okay, now the design is all done. I added an extra spacer bead on each end, so there's two. And now we're going to close this puppy up. So first thing, we're going to put on a crimp bead. It's very tiny, you probably can't see. But we're going to string that on. And you're going to do the same thing to each side, so I'm doing one side at a time. So there's your little crimp bead. Don't let it go all the way through because it might go through your beads. So crimp bead, and then one of the ends of your toggle. And if you notice, there's like a loop. So you're going to put it through the loop, like so. Now you're going to take your other end and go through. Don't put it through your toggle again, but put it through your crimp bead, if you can see. So don't put it back through your toggle because it'll come right off, but put it through your crimp bead. So that way it forms a loop there. And obviously our string is very, very long right now. We're gonna get it cut. Okay, when you have that closer to where you want it, take some pliers, like needle nose pliers, and And what you're gonna do is crimp that crimp bead. So you wanna like flatten it. So now it's not going anywhere. Then we can go ahead and cut some of this excess wire. What I'm gonna do is twist it around a few times. About 2 or 3 times. Just makes it a little bit more secure, even though it has the crimp bead. And then I'm going to send the rest of the wire through the beads. So you see that side's done with the clasp. So now we just need to do the same thing to the other side. So we start with a crimp bead. Hold it. And you put the other piece of the toggle. Then send the end through, not through the toggle again, but through the crimp bead again. And when you have it around about where you want it, go ahead and use your pliers and crimp the crimp bead. I'm going to cut this down some because I don't need that much excess. And now I'm going to twist it around itself a little bit and then send it through the beads. Okay, so now all you have to do is close your toggle like that. And there's your necklace.
What?
I'm filming a YouTube video.
Oh, sorry.
So, close the toggle, and there's the necklace. Nice and strong, but do be careful. Make sure you do it strong and keep an eye on the kids all the time because these beads are a choking hazard. If this breaks, they can choke on these beads. So please be careful, supervise the kids at all time when using one of these these necklaces. And that's all. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. In the next video, I'm going to make a matching bracelet to go along with this.